So how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Question today on from Lazar. He was talking about from the bomb slinging episode. He was having trouble with the gun sights. Well, I know I made a video not too long ago about changing out the sounds folder because that can be kind of confusing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the same thing but with your gun sights, and it's very similar. And I thought that some people can grasp it and other people you just aren't technically literate enough, and that happens from time to time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through how to put gun sights into the game. Now there's some things that are going to be a little bit different, and some things that you have to focus on are you want to make sure that the file is the correct file format, which should be BMP, and I'll have to actually take a look at that and make sure. And I just downloaded historic sites from, oh gosh, who did I get those from? Oh, let me see. Let us go to Aces High. Yes, there. Let us see. Where was it under? Goodness gracious. Oh, it's from Buster here, and this is in the help and training and gunnery for the new Aces High player, and he put this great thing together, and he has this link here to download the stuff, which I have the folder now, and so if somebody wants it, I'll have it, and if you need it, then obviously this is Buster's. He made this, he put this together. Follow the directions that are in this. There are some instructions for putting these sites in particularly, and it also comes with these books that are in there. So hats off to Buster here for doing this, and I'll put this link actually in this video so that y'all can see it. And this is on the forum, so help and training and gunnery and the new Aces High player under Buster. But I'll put this link in the description for you guys. So let's minimize this out of the way. So the first thing I want to do is I want to find the files. So here's the files. I've downloaded them, and he has them broke down into parts. So we're going to say most of you guys are probably flying US. So you find a site that you want to put in. So let's see here. This one looks pretty cool. Check this one out. It's got some little hashes, something here, something here. You got a little bit of extra stuff you can put in there. So this is the one I want. Now, with this one, they have these mil files. Now, he has here with a README, and when you open up the README, obviously this one has some new ones, so I need to check and see, because these have a lot of information. I haven't messed with these before. Okay, so I have an N9/N9 rocket, P47D11/25, P51B, 100 mil ring. The Mark 8 Navy gun sight was used in Army Air Force, P47 with 2 reticle inserts from the N9 gun sight. So there's something, and these mills are they're going to be a certain length of wingtips at a certain distance to give you a rough estimate of how far away you are, because obviously when you're flying in real life you don't have little indicators like, oh look, you're this far away. So this is what he's telling you here, and you can read through here. And so it is BMPs, and it has to be let's look at the information for the properties. It has to be a certain size by a certain size, and for the life of me I can't remember. It's been a little while, but if you can't get past this issue, if there's some kind of other issue that's causing you trouble, then this is where you'll dig into this. But for the basics, what we're going to do is start over again so that you're not confused. The first thing you want to do is go and find your Aces High folder. And so yours will be somewhere in your computer, usually under the local disk, or you might have it, like me, moved to another folder. So the first thing is you come in here, and just like your sounds, which has its own stock folder, you have a sites folder. Now, whatever sites that you have, you'll have these text documents, and all those text documents are for that saves the location of your gun sight, so that when you come in, that you see the actual gun sight in the actual airplane you wanted it in, so that it actually picks up correctly. Now I have a bunch of gun sights in here, obviously, as I've picked up some from Blueberry and some from different sources and stuff. And I will put the link to my Gunsights folder in the description as well. It's on Dropbox, so that you guys can get a hold of it, and it's also on my Facebook page and that kind of business. But getting back to what y'all need help with, so I have my sites folder. Now, if you have nothing but default sites, then what you can do, if you have a folder that's called sites, some people have when they put a sites folder together, they build it and it comes named sites. And so what you can do is take this sites folder and either throw it away and bring the new one in and set it in here, making sure that it's named exactly the same, and the game will do the rest for you. It'll just pick it up and you're good to go. Or you can come in and move an individual gun sight. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to move an individual gun sight into this folder. So I've got this open for my sites, and I'm going to open up this other file here. Now, if you're not good with multiple windows or that confuses you or something, then the easiest thing to do is minimize this one, maximize the one you're wanting. Okay, so I know I want it, it's in USA. I'm going to double click on USA. I know it's Army Air Force, and I know it's this N9 rocket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click one time, and you can do this one of two ways. You can left click and hold and create this box, and you can highlight both of them, and you can right click and come to copy. You can also click on one, hold shift, right or left, and let off, and it also highlights them, and you can go through the same motion of a left click and copy. Or for some of you other guys, control C. However you need to do it, the biggest thing you need to do is come in here, pick the folder, the site you want, get it highlighted, and copy, because this file has to go with this site for it to work properly per the README. So we have it copied. So now we're going to minimize this. We're going to come down, we're going to find our other folder, the sites folder, and I'm going to find an open spot. I have an open spot here. I'm going to have my cursor, and I'm going to right click inside the open area here, and I'm going to click paste. Now as you see, it hopped up here and went directly to where it fell in the order alphanumerically. So here it is, and here's its mill file as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the film here, and I'm going to hop in Aces High, and I'm going to see if this worked. And I'm going to bring y'all in right as I start to test it. So hang with me. Okay, so we're back. We've left the interwebs, and we're now here in the training arena. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the hangar, and I can't remember what gun sight I have in the B-47. I think it's a ring sight. I'll do one that I don't normally fly. I don't normally fly the M. So just getting a reference for an aircraft that I'm wanting to mess with. I'm going to go to Options, Preferences, and Gun Sights. Now I have the P-47M, and it actually has the old USAAFK 14B. So now what I'm looking for down through here is that same name. It's going to be an N9 rocket. And so as I scroll down here, here it is. And there it is. It's popped up here. So now I'm going to set the position to P-47M. I'm going to close out. I'm going to hit back, and I'm going to launch here. And as we can see, here it is. Good to go. I got my boots on, so I don't know how well I'll be able to manage these rudder pedals. Hold on, we'll take it out and see how it looks under different terrain here. Gotta look underneath the table here. Get my boots up on this, these pedals. Let's take it out. It looks pretty good. That's a pretty good sight. Now, obviously, N9 rocket, so it's got these different mills up close here. If I can remember, where's my zoom? It looks good. It's a good looking sight. I like the round ring. It's not a whole lot of business in the way. It's obviously historical, as he's obviously put it together as a historic pack. And again, Buster is hats off to him. And it looks pretty good. So let's see how it. Obviously, with it being orange, it's very visible as you're moving along the ground and such. where you'll be using this. Obviously not in a mic jug, but you know, when one you said D11, D25, P51B. So that would be handy. Let's go ahead and stitch his house here. You Einzweige in there. I had flown the old mic jug in, oh goodness, Coon's age. Oh, and an update. Rest assured, I am working on a film for flaps and rudder in combat. It won't be any kind of long-winded business. It'll actually work out pretty good. I've got the film. I just got to put it together, and I'll have that up probably by Monday or Tuesday. Outside of that, though, that should be the basics of getting the Gunsights in here, and obviously you just do the same thing. Now, this one has those other files within the mill files. You need to make sure that if the README, you need to read the README. Obviously, it says README, and figure out what other things you have to do to get that Gunsight to work properly. And this is one of the things. It's the first time I've ever seen an extra file that had to be put in to make sure that it was set properly. And obviously, there was a way that you could adjust it if you wanted to, because with the Gunsight you could actually reach up there on the left hand side. You can see a small knob just below on the left of the H in handhold, and that's a knob, and you can actually rotate that so that your outside diameter of your ring sight is the proper width for an aircraft. That, say, if your guns are 0 to 300 and you want to hit a 109, you want to make sure that his wingtips touch the outsides of that circle at 300 yards, or 300 feet rather. So that's what you do, is you set that, you dial in your deal so that you know when his wingtips touch the outside edges of that circle that you're at 300 feet, and you can give it to him. Now, obviously, that's why he made it so that you can adjust it. So say you got your gun set at 600, then you set your gun sight to 600, so that you know exactly when his wingtips touch the edge, you're in range, and you can go ahead and give it to him. But with normal sights, a lot of times you can just put it in, and it'll go right in the folder, and there won't be any issues at all. So, oh, it's funky driving boots on. Ooh, 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 easy there. Stop. Oh no, Lord. Well, anyway, I hope that's helped you out, and if you have any more questions, please feel free to get a hold of me. I'll put the Facebook page link. The link will be a zippy file. That'll be the link to the Gunsights, and I'll put a link to my sights folder that's got those other just off-the-wall Gunsights in them. Some of them are from Blueberry, some of them are from, goodness, I picked them up from all over the place. But anything outside of that, let me know. I'll talk to you guys later.